This is a rapid summary of Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. There are three main points to this book. First, human beings rely on mental shortcuts to navigate the complexities of modern life. These automatic subconscious responses can be triggered by skilled persuaders. Second, Cialdini outlines the first three universal principles of influence that trigger these shortcuts: reciprocity, commitment and consistency, and social proof. Third, he explains the final three principles: liking, authority, and scarcity, which are equally powerful in compelling us to say yes. Let's explore these points in more detail. The core idea of the book is that we cannot possibly analyze every detail of every choice we make. To save time and energy, we use psychological shortcuts, what Cialdini calls fixed action patterns. For example, we often assume that if something is expensive, it must be of high quality. While often true, this rule of thumb can be exploited. The book is about understanding the triggers that activate these automatic behaviors so you can use them ethically and defend yourself against them. Now, let's cover the 6 principles, which are the main focus of the book. The first group of principles includes reciprocity, commitment and consistency, and social proof. First, reciprocity is our powerful, ingrained obligation to give back to someone who has first given to us. For example, when a colleague helps you with a difficult project, you feel a deep need to return the favor. In a sales context, a free sample or a no-obligation trial creates a sense of indebtedness that makes you more likely to buy. Second, commitment and consistency describes our desire to be and to appear consistent with what we have already done or said. Once we take a stand, we face internal and external pressure to stick with it. This is why salespeople use the foot-in-the-door technique. If they can get you to agree to a small initial request, like signing a petition, you are far more likely to agree to a larger related request later, like donating to the cause. Third, social proof is the idea that we determine what is correct by finding out what other people think is correct. When we are uncertain, we look to the actions of others to guide our own. This is why customer testimonials, case studies, and bestseller labels are so effective. If everyone is buying a particular product, we assume it must be good. The second group of principles includes liking, authority, and scarcity. First, the principle of liking states that we are much more likely to be persuaded by people we know and like. Factors that increase liking include physical attractiveness, similarity to us, and compliments. A professional who builds genuine rapport and finds common ground with a client before making a business proposal is leveraging the principle of liking. Second, authority is our deep-seated tendency to obey figures of authority. We defer to experts. This is why professionals display their diplomas and credentials, and why companies hire expert spokespeople. When a Nobel Prize-winning economist endorses a financial strategy, we are more likely to trust it, often without scrutinizing the details ourselves. And third, the principle of scarcity suggests that opportunities seem more valuable to us when their availability is limited. The fear of missing out is a powerful motivator. Phrases like "for a limited time only," "only 2 seats left," or "exclusive offer" all tap into our sense of urgency and make us want the item more. In summary, Influence is a foundational book for any professional. Its key insight is that persuasion is not magic, it's a science. By understanding the 6 universal principles of reciprocity, consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity, you can become a more effective and ethical communicator. More importantly, you can recognize when these principles are being used on you, allowing you to make more conscious and rational decisions. For further reading, you might consider, first, Persuasion, also by Robert Cialdini, which explores how to set the stage for persuasion before you even make your request. Second, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, which provides the deep psychological background for the mental shortcuts Cialdini describes. And third, Made to Stick by Chip and Dan Heath, which offers practical advice on how to make your own ideas more persuasive and memorable.